Right, so in this video we are going to talk about why telling stories before every punchline or like every point that you say in copy or in everything that you start with, why it's so important to tell a story. So the key thing is, why are we telling stories? I see this over and over again, like dudes like Alex Emosi and Russell Brunson. Like I learned this from Russell Brunson, Dan Kennedy, like every people that you can name off, Grant Cardone, everyone. And also like us humans, like the ones that are good speakers, we start with stories instead of just telling like the statement or the fact. And the reason why is because we want to take people back to where we feel it or where we felt it, like to the situation. We want to make them feel the same. We want to set the frame of the statement or the conversation that we're about to have. We want to get them in the same emotions as we had, because then you will start to build this connection with the prospect or the person that you're speaking to. And it's so funny how just telling one story, like it doesn't have to be a wild one, like how much it will improve your conversations, because you look so much more sophisticated and you'll get people to listen in, because people want to hear stories, because that's how we learn things throughout our entire life. Like whenever we were a kid, people told stories to us, and that's the way that we learned. And actually this like stories stores in a different part of your brain, because the subconscious views things in pictures, and when you tell a story, you're telling things in pictures and emotions and stuff like that. And that's why the brain can really visualize that when you're telling a story. But again, like we have learned stories for like our ancient people, like people from the Stone Age and stuff like that. They also told stories to each other. That's how everything is built up. Like the Bible, it's just one big story about God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. And everything, such a great tool to teach people things. And I was watching this Alex Emosi course today, and like he was explaining how like gross margin was working. And like for me, before I watched the course, like it was just technobabble. I didn't understand anything of it. Like I've heard the words, but I couldn't really like sense what it was. But then he had this story about when he was working at I don't know where he was working, but he was at a restaurant with his buddy, and he bought a burger. And then he showed, like his friend showed him a news feed of a guy buying I think it was for a $50,000 burger. And I can't really remember the plot of the story right there, but like this really made me see the meaning of things. Like it really put a picture to what he was trying to explain. And he was taking me back to when he had those feelings, and then I got the epiphany, the aha moment of, this is what it, like how things work. So it's so fascinating. So every time, like next time you're trying to like put up a conversation or write copy, try to blend in a story. It doesn't have to be your story, like it could be from a movie clip. Like I remember Russell Brunson, when he was trying to teach this concept, he talked about Magneto, like the evil guy from X-Men. And like the way you get, like by a story, you get people into emotions. So he showed like a video clip of Magneto, of his backstory. Like he was taken hostage by a Nazi, like some Nazi place, but Yeah, and like he really got into the feelings and stuff like that, and that's was his statement right there. Really, really powerful stuff. And I heard Dan Kennedy talk about this. Like, whenever you're writing copy or stuff like that, you really want to be like, people love hearing stories. So why not turn yourself into like an action figure? Uh, so a live action figure. Right now, like, I'm still in learning all this, but I've just like, this is so or just so fascinating for me, how just telling simple stories can change how people view things. And Russell talks about this, like, it's this, like, you need a story to increase the perceived value of your, in his case it's his offer, but in other cases it might be the punchline or stuff like that. But it really has some amplifying power when you're telling a story. So that's my ramble about stories. I'm still learning this, but I thought it would be fascinating just to share something with you guys. So take care. Peace.